guys, happy couple here. Today's video is another installation of pet peeves. Do leave a comment below with some of your pet peeves because we get a really good laugh out of reading those comments.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell.
Ding ding. First one for me is small bag openings where it's just unrealistic to actually get things out. So we buy this rice, it's like a frozen cauliflower rice, and it's awesome. And it has a resealable top, which is also awesome. But the width of the bag is like this big, and the opening is like this big. And I'm like, how do you get a large block of frozen?
Yeah, and it's block. It's a huge block.
Yeah.
Like it frozen. So we're like banging on it, like hitting it on things, trying to get this like chunk of cauliflower rice out.
And you can't reach in it. And then as you're dumping out the last little bits, it like gets stuck in the corners at the top because it,
bad.
oh man.
If I see somebody treating somebody poorly, like a waiter or a taxi, like an Uber or taxi person, flight attendant, it just kind of bothers me. You know, I'm like, that person's there to service you. It's a pet peeve.
As a performer, when I see other performers cutting off the audience applause, like you do this big song, you finish la, and then the audience is applauding and you're like, thank you, and you just completely cut their acknowledgement, like that is the audience moment to tell you thank you. And you don't let them actually thank you, and you just cut them off. It's like saying you're welcome before someone said thank you, or they say like, thank, and you're like, you're welcome! It's just, it bugs me.
How about this one? Wearing shoes.
So this is a pet peeve that we don't share at all, but it's pretty funny how much you don't like shoes.
I don't like wearing shoes that much. I mean, I wear them, but like inside, as soon as I can get shoes off, I'm like, kick them off. I'm like, my feet have freedom.
I'm the person that like wears sneakers all day in the house. I don't know, it doesn't bug me.
Yeah, that's why pet peeves are awesome. That's why you need to tell us below yours, because everybody has different ones. Hashtag free the toes. It's gonna be a shirt I'm gonna make.
When we get merch, we're gonna have a shirt that says hashtag free the toes. When you do laundry, and then your clothes come out not clean, even though you put them in the laundry machine with soap and water, and then they come out not clean, I'm like, your one job is to clean my clothes. What is wrong with this machine or soap? Like, it genuinely
or the world
boggles my mind.
You're being asked the same question over and over and over again. I was on a call, and you know, due to my earlier pet peeve of treating people poorly, I really do my best not to treat people poorly. I had a call, tech support call. And for whatever reason, I don't know if the guy couldn't hear, like on the other line or something. Like he asked me, "Are you there?" And I was like, "Yeah," but like he was doing something on his end, like there wasn't anything I had to do. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here." And then he's like, "Okay, cool." And while he was doing that, I was just doing some other things. And then he's like, "Are you there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm there." And he's like, "Oh, okay, great. Are you there?" I'm not exaggerating. And I was like, "Yep." So I was on this call for 2.5 hours.
It was a lot of are you there's.
It was a lot. And I was so proud of myself because not once did I be mean to that guy. And she heard, and I told her, I said, "Watch, I just have to show you this." And she just cracked up, and I was like, I don't know.
He was very nice the entire time. It was impressive, and
it still made me laugh.
It was very funny. When people make vegetable soup with chicken broth,
it makes her angry.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves in all life. I'm vegan, so like if I go to a restaurant and I see vegetable soup, I'm like, this is great because it's something that I can eat and it's fantastic. And there is vegetable stock, so this should be made with vegetable stock. Vegetable soup, vegetable stock makes good sense. And I'm like, hey, is this made with chicken stock? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Vegetable broth tastes just as good, and then it's not chicken soup. Vegetable soup shouldn't be chicken soup. I'm just saying.
I have a good one. Unrealistic serving sizes. Like a pint of ice cream. It says like 4 servings.
But who does that?
Who eats that in 4 sittings? Do you and 3 other friends get together and share a pint of ice cream? Like, is that like the thing? This doesn't happen. No. And then there's like, I've had it where it was like a protein bar and it's like 2 servings. I'm like, okay, whoever ate a protein bar in 2 sittings?
No one. This has happened to me far too many times, okay? Vitamins getting stuck in your throat. That's pet peeve number 1 of this 2-part pet peeve. But when it then gets stuck in your throat and the capsule dissolves, but it's still stuck in your throat, and then you burp, and the powder comes out your mouth and up your nose. If this has happened to you, please, please tell me in the comments below that you have a shared experience, because
for the record, it has never happened to me.
No, and it's happened to me like not once, not twice, like multiple times. This should not be.
That's amazing. I'm cool that some people don't travel that often, so they don't know the travel, like how the airports work. They've gotten increasingly more complicated over the last 20 years. But if you go in, you have to just kind of like see the signs and observe. So if you're not familiar with travel, like look around and see what's happening around you and all of that. When the person in front of you and the one security guy says, okay, good, so take your blah 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 and these electronics out, and then you go to the next, and the guy's like, yeah, I did that, and then he goes to the next stop, and then they're like, oh, sorry, you have to take the electronics out of your bag. I'm like, what do you think the machines are for, guy? Like, they're gonna find that stuff, they're gonna make you stop and do that anyway. So when the first security guy mentions or asks you, do you have blah blah blah, you can just tell him it's okay, and you just take it out. You're not gonna get in trouble. You just take your laptop out of your bag. Then the second guy does, so then it stops the whole line from flowing. So you kind of have to just observe, especially if it's new.
And you can call those people out from like a mile away too. You're like, cool, I'm gonna go in this line. Oh no, that person never traveled in their life.
When she's traveled with me, I can see it. And so I'm like, nope, we're going this line.
As a person involved heavily in fitness, I have observed time and time again, trainers posting their results of their clients. And it's like, oh, lost 12 pounds in 3 weeks. And you then talk to some people that they worked with. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm eating 1,200 calories a day and doing 3 hours of cardio or whatever. Like, they're doing crazy, crazy things. And I'm like, anyone can starve someone skinny. This is not hard to do. If you just aren't eating, yeah, you're gonna lose weight. It's how it works. It's math. However, that does not mean that that trainer actually got these results or that those results are lasting. So when I see this 6-week challenge and you see these like drastic body changes, I'm like, they were starved, they're gonna gain it back. Definitely a pet peeve, because I have been through that and I've had my metabolism ruined and it took a long time to get it back. Keep an eye out for that if you're, in that world.
Give us a thumbs up on the video if you like this, and share it with anybody you think wants a laugh.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.